Hello everyone, welcome to my channel Conceptual Genetics and Breeding. So in today's video we will discuss about the different functions of the chromosomes. We have already discussed about the chromosome morphology, the features of the chromosomes, and now we will discuss about its functions in the various organisms. Okay, so before discussing the functions, first we will consider some of the historical points which are important in order to understand the functions of the chromosomes. So these chromosomes, they were first described in 1875, and after the discovery of these chromosomes, the scientists, they started to understand their behavior during cell division. Okay, and the role of chromosomes in heredity, it was first suggested by Sutton and Boveri in 1902 independently. Okay, so when the chromosomes were first described, and then in coming years, scientists, they understand the behavior of these chromosomes, the role of these chromosomes in the heredity, and also during cell divisions they study the chromosomes. And after that, in 1902, Sutton and Boveri, these were the two scientists, they independently worked on the chromosomes, and they suggested that chromosomes are the main component in the heredity, okay, which are playing important role in heredity. As we know now that the genes are present on chromosomes. Okay, so earlier it was not known, but now we know that we have very much information about the genes, about the sequence of DNA. So we know now that genes are present on the chromosomes, and these genes, they are the segment of DNA. Okay, and the DNA is the genetic material, we all know that, and it is the carrier of the heredity, okay, the genetic information. So this information is passed from one generation to another generation, is through chromosomes. And the characters we see morphologically, for those morphological characters, genes are present on the chromosome. So basically genes are residing on the chromosomes, and these genes, we all know that what are genes are the segment of DNA, and we all know that chromosomes are made up of DNA and proteins, okay, mainly DNA and proteins. So informations, they are very important when we consider the functions of the chromosomes in the cell or in the organisms. So let's start the function of the chromosome. The first function of the chromosome is it is utilized by the cell as the genetic material. Okay, we all know that DNA is the genetic material in most of the organisms. Okay, and in eukaryotic cells, almost all the DNA is present in the chromosomes. So we all know that chromosomes are made up of DNA. The information, the genetic information, is stored in the form of chromosomes, and these chromosomes, they provide this genetic information for various cellular functions, like the cell growth, okay, for example plant growth, the characters development, reproduction, and energy development, for all the various characters, okay, for all the various functions which is occurring in the plant cell or in the animal cell or in any type of cell. It is stored, the information is stored in the form of genes in the DNA, okay, and this DNA is basically residing in the chromosomes, okay, it is present in the chromosomes. And in eukaryotic cells, you all know that these chromosomes are present in the nucleus, okay. So this they function as a genetic material, okay. DNA is the genetic material, and where is this DNA residing, where is this DNA is present, it is present in the chromosomes, okay. So this we have already studied. So we know that these chromosomes are made up of DNA and protein. So the first function, the most important function of the chromosome is it is used by the cell as a genetic material, okay. And the function of genetic material we have already discussed here. So it is the first function of the chromosome. So you can see here, it is the DNA, okay, and these are the proteins, basically these green, showing in the green color. And after coiling of this DNA with these proteins, and these proteins are known as basically histone proteins. Okay, histone proteins are there and DNA coiled around these histone proteins, and that's how it is packaged in the form of chromosomes. Okay, so the genetic information, it is present in the chromosome, the DNA is present in the chromosome. That's why we are saying that these chromosomes, they are function as the genetic material of the cell. Okay, so second function of the chromosome is to protect the genetic material or the DNA from damages during cell division. Okay, so during cell division, the chromosomes, they separate from each other. Okay, and the entire chromosome complement of the cell, it is divided into the daughter cells. Okay, so the this genetic material, it is the DNA, basically it is get protected during cell division from the damages. Okay, so because we have said that DNA is packaged in the chromosome. Okay, in previous image we have shown you that the DNA, it is packaged around the, it is first it get coiled around these histone proteins, and that's how it shorten in the length, and also it get packaged in the chromosomes. So if this DNA, it is not packaged into the chromosome, it will be present as a thread like structure in the nucleus. Okay, so this packaging, it takes place with the help of histone protein. So here you can see, if the DNA, it will be present like a thread. Okay, like a long thread in the nucleus. So it is not present like that. It is first this DNA is there, it will get condensed. Okay, means it will shorten in length and it will get packaged around the histone proteins, and that's how these chromosomes, they were formed. Okay, so it is not the single thread of DNA, it is not present here. First it will coiled around the histone proteins. Okay, and it will shorter in length and it will take this type of shape, the X shape chromosome structure. Okay, so suppose it is not coiled around these histone proteins, so what will happen, the long DNA thread, it will be present in the nucleus. Okay, because these chromosomes are present in the nucleus, and it will get entangled, it will get more chance to entangled with each other, and it will be more, it will having the more chance of breakage. Okay, so it, the chromosome, it provide the stability, it provide the protection from the breakage to the DNA molecule. That's why it protect the genetic material from damages, especially during cell division. Okay, because during cell division there are various stages where these chromosomes, they get separated from each other, they go to the different cells. So here are more chances of damages. So if the DNA is not packaged into the chromosome, it will be present as a thread-like structure in the nucleus, which will be very prone to damages, like it can be tangled around and break. Okay, so we have seen here in the image. And so DNA, it is packaged into different chromosomes which provide protection against damages. So we all know that each organism has several number of chromosomes. Like we humans, we have 46 chromosomes. Okay, so the entire genetic material, the entire DNA, it will be divided into these 46 chromosomes. Okay, so if chromosomes are not there, then this complete DNA, it will be present like a thread like structure in the nucleus, and it will get entangled, it will be break, and damages will be there. So ultimately, if the damages in the DNA is there, then the characters, they will change. Okay, and the plant or the animal or any organism, that will be like in danger, because the genetic information is present in the chromosomes or in the DNA, and if the DNA is damaged, then the genetic information will not pass accordingly correctly. So ultimately it can be dangerous to the to that organism. Okay, So this is the important function of the chromosomes. The third function of the chromosome is to ensure a precise and equal distribution of DNA to the daughter cell nucleus during cell division. Okay, so how it occur we will see in the image. So it is the stage of different stages of mitosis cell division. We all know that cell division is of two type, mitosis and meiosis. So mitosis has basically five phases. Interphase, four phases are there basically. First is interphase. It is the resting phase basically. The mitosis starts from here: prophase, metaphase, anaphase and telophase. So here you can see that if a cell has four chromosomes, suppose its 2n equal to 4. So what will happen, during mitosis these four chromosomes during metaphase they will come to the equatorial plate, okay, in the middle, and they will separate during anaphase. Okay, so you can see one will go here and another will go here, and then one will go here, another will go here. The two, we can say these the chromatids, they will separate from each other, the two chromatids of the chromosome. So it is the duty of the chromosomes, okay, they will divide the entire chromosome complement into two equal parts, okay, into the two daughter cells. One cell is this, one cell is this. So here you can see that four chromosomes are there. So these four chromosomes will present here and also here. So equal distribution will be there of the chromatids. Chromatids are, we all know that it is a chromosome and it has two chromatid. One is this and one is this. Okay, so it has one chromatid is this and one chromatid is this. So during mitosis these chromatids they get separated from each other, and one chromatid will go to one pole and another chromatid will go to another pole during anaphase, and in telophase the two cells will form. So here you can see that equal distribution of these chromatids have been occur, and it is due to the because equal distribution of chromatid means equal distribution of the DNA to the two daughter cells, okay, from the one mother cell. So it is possible because DNA is present in the form of chromosomes. So if suppose this DNA was not present in the form of chromosome, like here you can see, if it is present in the form of thread only, then it is very difficult to distribute this thread into two equal part from this mother cell to two daughter cell. Okay, it will be difficult and chances of damages of DNA will be there. So that's why this is the function of the chromosomes, because the DNA is present in the form of chromosomes. So these chromosomes they help in the equal distribution of the DNA during cell division. Okay, so this is the another function of the chromosomes. So one of the another function of chromosome is regarding its centromere. Okay, because we all know that chromosomes, in the middle of the chromosome where two chromatids they are attached to each other, it is known as centromere. So these centromeres of the chromosomes they help in the chromosomes movement during cell division. Okay, because this is the mitosis, we are taking the example of mitosis. So here you can see that during cell division at metaphase stage, these are the spindle fibers basically. Okay, these spindle fibers they attach to the chromosome, and they attach to the chromosome on the centromere. You can see that on the centromere these are attaching, and this attachment it helps in the separation of these chromatids from each other and further movement on the different poles. Okay, this is one pole, this is another pole, and after this separation of the chromatids, the cell it will divide from here and it will form the two daughter cells. Okay, so because the spindle fibers they get attached on the centromeric region of the chromosome, so ultimately it will help in the chromosome movement from middle part to the different two poles, okay, and ultimately the development of two cells will be there. So the another function of the chromosome is it helps in the movement of chromosomes during cell division. Okay, so another function is it participate in the regulation of gene action in eukaryotes. Okay, so chromosomes they help in the or they participate in the regulation of gene action in eukaryotes because it is believed to be regulated through histone proteins and non-histone proteins present in the chromosome. So gene regulation or it will be like through various studies it has been proved that these histone proteins and non-histone proteins, because we all know that in the chromosome DNA is entangled around, okay, histone proteins and some non-histone proteins are also there. So in this image you can see that these are the histone proteins around which DNA is coiled, okay, and it is taking the form of chromosome. So these histone proteins they are believed that they have important role regarding the regulation of gene expression or gene action in eukaryotes, because this type of chromosomes they are present only in eukaryotes. In prokaryotes this type of arrangement is not there. So in eukaryotes these are believed to be have the role in gene regulation. Okay, why? Because due to the histone and non-histone proteins which are present in the chromosomes. So this is another function of the chromosomes. And one more function is there. It is due to its telomeric reason. We all know that the end part of the chromosomes they are known as telomere, okay, and these telomere of the chromosomes they provide stability to the chromosomes. Okay, how they provide stability? By preventing end-to-end interaction between different chromosomes and thus prevent from DNA damages and loss of genetic information of genes. So we all know that in the nucleus various chromosomes are present and they all have these telomere, okay, these end part they are known as telomere of the chromosome, and the important function of these telomere is to provide the stability of different chromosomes. Okay, if this telomere it will not be present, suppose it get damaged and it will now not present on the chromosome, then there is more chance of the interaction between the chromosomes, and ultimately this interaction it will result in the damage of the chromosomes, ultimately damages to the DNA. And if DNA is damaging is there, then certainly some genes may get lost, okay, and these genes they may be important for the plant or for the organism, okay. So these chromosomes they provide stability by the telomeres, okay, because they prevent the end-to-end interaction between the different chromosomes. That's why it is very important, this is a very much important function, okay, as loss of genetic information will be there, loss of DNA, loss of genes will be there if these telomere are not present in the chromosomes. So these are important functions of different chromosomes, especially in eukaryotes, because in eukaryotes these type of chromosome arrangement is there, okay. In prokaryotes these type of chromosomes are not present. These are the characteristics of eukaryotes. So although the function of the chromosome, the function of the DNA is the same in both prokaryotes and eukaryotes, okay, but this type of chromosomes structure is found in eukaryotes. So I hope the different functions are clear to all of you now. Thank you so much.